Hello, thank you for watching. If you could subscribe or leave a like or leave a comment, I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for watching. So I'm at it now making a set of pallet forks for Matbro. Matbro headstock, telehandler. So on the Matbro, the actual headstock itself, has a big cones on it, has these plates on it, and slots in it, and you have to manhandle the actual tines onto the headstock itself each time you want to pallet forks in. So between implements is a bit nuisance. So I'm going to make a frame now. So a frame now will have brackets, and you can drop it on off the brackets, the actual forks in. So I've measured the headstock in, got the holes exactly the same places in because it's already worked out in. So it's 16mm thick, and I started off with a quarter drill bit, about 6mm. Then went up to 5/8 for an old drill bit, which is about, well, a bit smaller than 16. Then I finished off with a 19mm drill bit, which is the same as a 3/4 in. So all corresponds anyway. So I've drilled it out now, and I've gone over it to getting oil off it, so I can clean to weld. And so what I need to do next is take a grinder and grind the tops off there, the sides off there, make these into slots. And see, there's a load of them. Then I can go at it and weld this to some box section, the right lip there. Do the plain one at the bottom, the box section. Then I'll join them together right distance with brackets. And so yeah, I'll put a picture here of a headstock of a Matbro then, so you can see what I mean about the slots in them. Then I'll put a picture here probably of a Matbro with pallet forks on it. Well, Terex bought Matbro, so it's the same sort of machine. We bought the patterns off them when we finished then. So yeah, okay. So cut the notches out. Then I use G-clamps to clamp it onto a box section, and welded here and there on the top, and stitch welded the bottom here and there, then fully welded the top then. So it's all the way across the top now. That's where the pressure is really. So I'll do the bottom bit now then. The bottom is done. As you see, this is what I mean about stitching it, to swing bits and bits. Bit gap, a bit gap. This is bottom, so it won't have much strain on it. Only say if you really press it down, it'll have some strain on it. The top is the one that actually holds the weight. It's just like the fork will push onto it sideways, put pressure on it and not actually pull on it. So there's not as much strain of this. This is why I weld the top bit all the way across in. That's the one that gets pulled on and weight pushed down, pulling on it. This just has it, pushing this like this ordinary. Maybe if you pushed it right down, it would pull then, but yeah. So I weld the flat bars on first, just in case it moves a bit, with heat. So I can mess about with it a bit, adjust it a bit like this. So I have these side plates now. I'll weld these to join the two box sections. And the brackets come right to edge, so I can weld it fully to a bracket as well. Bracket's quite substantial, so this will add a lot of strength to it as well. Okay. So finished welding, but there's a bit of miscalculation. See, it just comes to edge there, but it steps inwards right at the bottom, so it doesn't actually meet. So I have the distance right, but it needed to be a bit more in because it steps out then. So that's only snagging. But it'll be plenty strong anyway. Fully welded all the way around. Inside you can see penetration there. So in there, tops, sides, everywhere, And I did piece of box in the middle that'll stiffen it all up as well as support the middle. So it's coat of paint and it's pretty much done. So I took a small grinder and grinding disc around it, and any sharp corners or nasty edges or any burrs, from cutting, I ground them, just quick ground off, make it nice generally. And then I painted it now, just red oxide. So that's this project finished. Sorry I didn't film as much of this, but it's basically the same as one I made before, with sliding forks in. The ones that hooked on same as this. But this is for Matbro then, on a Matbro. But basically the headstock is exactly like that, and you put it straight on headstock. But it's a bit of have to manhandle them on and off if you want to swap implements. Put a spike or something in between on it. So this now, we'll put the forks on this, and you will have a proper implement. I can just drop it on off, have a hydraulic ram for the pins. It'll be easy to swap around then. So yeah, this is finished now. And I'll put a link to the other vid here then. And I also made a JCB version, with a bar then. I'll put a link here if I get a chance then. So thank you for watching, and that's it from me for now then.